Guys, what a weekend it's been in the AFC West. You could feel the tension building all day today as the scores came in. And now here we are on the eve of one of the biggest Raiders-Chargers games in recent memory. And the crazy part? The Raiders didn't even play today. They didn't take the field, they didn't lace up the cleats, and they didn't run a single snap. Yet somehow this Sunday might go down as one of the best days Raider Nation has had in years, because the football gods, they smiled on silver and black today. The Chiefs lost. The Broncos lost. And now the table is perfectly set for the Raiders to walk into Monday Night Football with destiny staring them right in the face. For the first time in 2 decades, everything is laid out in front of them. Win, and they take control of the AFC West. Win, and they send a shockwave through the league that says, the Raiders are not just back, they're here to stay. Think about that. 2 decades. More than 20 long years since the Raiders last stood on top of this division. You have to go all the way back to 2002, the last time they won the AFC West. Back when Rich Gannon was slinging the football, when Charles Woodson was still a young corner carving his legacy, when the Raiders were a Super Bowl team. And since then, it's been heartbreak. It's been false starts, rebuilds, collapses, and seasons where hope barely lasted past September. Raider fans have been waiting, suffering, and dreaming for a moment like this. And now it's here. So let's set the stage properly. Let's start with the Chiefs, because what happened to Kansas City today? That should have every Raider fan leaning forward in their chair. The defending AFC champions, the team that has ruled this division for half a decade, look vulnerable. For once, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid looked human. They lost to the Philadelphia Eagles 2017, falling to 0-2 for the first time since 2014. Think about how insane that is. Mahomes has never lost 3 straight games in his entire career until now, if you include last February's Super Bowl defeat. This guy has been a machine, practically untouchable. And yet suddenly the cracks are showing. The interceptions, the missed reads, the stalled drives. The magic isn't flowing like it used to. And the aura of invincibility, it's slipping, and here's why that matters. Kansas City's schedule doesn't get easier. Sure, they've got the Giants next week, and that feels like a win. But after that? Baltimore. A Ravens team that's physical, explosive, and hungry to make a statement. There's a very real scenario where Kansas City is sitting at 1-3 after 4 weeks. Just let that sink in. The Chiefs, the mighty Chiefs, are in last place while the Raiders hold the top spot. Now, let's talk Denver. Oh man, the Broncos. That was a collapse for the ages. They had Indianapolis on the ropes. The game was theirs to close out. But this is the Broncos we're talking about, a team that specializes in heartbreak. Final score? 29-28. The Colts walk away with a shocking win, and the Broncos walk away staring at themselves in the mirror. Here's how it went down. Denver's kicker lined up for a 60-yard game winner. He missed it. Short and wide right. The game should have been over. But a boneheaded personal foul, a defender jumping over the long snapper's back, handed Indy a second chance. Move the ball 15 yards closer, line up from 45, and this time, money, drilled it, game over. The Colts are 2-0, and the Broncos are sitting at 1-1, wondering what just happened. So now, let's zoom out. Chiefs, 0-2. Broncos, 1-1. And the Raiders? They're 1-0, with a golden opportunity to seize sole possession of first place in the AFC West if they can beat the Chargers tomorrow night. And make no mistake, this game is massive. This isn't just another divisional matchup. This is the kind of game that can redefine a season, reshape a narrative, and maybe even rewrite history. But let's not kid ourselves. The Chargers are no pushover. In fact, they're one of the most dangerous teams in football. They're coming off a statement win over the Chiefs in Week 1, a game that had analysts crowning them as a top 3 team in the league. They've got weapons everywhere. They've got a quarterback in Justin Herbert who can sling it with the best of them. And they've got a defense that thrives on chaos. And that brings us to the X factors, injuries. Because they're going to decide just how this showdown plays out. The good news for the Raiders? Brock Bowers. The rookie phenom practiced today and looked fantastic. Head coach Carroll himself said Bowers was terrific and is good to go for Monday night. Just a few days ago, people were whispering about ACLs, MCLs, season-ending injuries, but instead it's just a PCL sprain. Painful, sure, but manageable. With another 24 hours of rest, Bowers could be close to 100%. And that's massive. Because Bowers isn't just another rookie. He's a game breaker. The bad news? Jackson Powers-Johnson, out with a concussion. And this isn't just any concussion. This is his 3rd dating back to college. That changes everything. That's the kind of injury that doesn't just cost you games, it puts careers in jeopardy. Last time he had one, he missed 5 weeks. And watching the tape from last week, you could tell something was wrong. He was sluggish, disoriented, missing assignments, spinning around like a man who wasn't fully there. After a particularly nasty hit, he gave up a critical sack, and you could see it in his body language. He wasn't right. Without JPJ, the Raiders turned to Alex Kappa. Solid player, dependable veteran, but let's be real. The line takes a hit, and against a defense as aggressive as the Chargers, that's dangerous. Jesse Minter, their defensive coordinator, is one of the best in the game at sniffing out weaknesses. You can bet he's already got the red marker circling names like Kappa, DJ Glaze, and Jordan Meredith. Those are the guys LA is going to target. So how do the Raiders win this game? It starts with protecting Geno Smith. Keep him upright. Give him clean pockets. Do not, under any circumstances, let this game become a turnover battle. Because one interception, one fumble, that could swing everything. And offensively, get Ashton Ginty rolling. But don't just slam him into a brick wall of defenders. Get creative. Use motion. Line him up wide. Throw him swing passes. Get him in space. Because when Ginty's in space, he's a nightmare. Last week he had 38 rushing yards, not great. But he also had 45 yards after contact, which tells you he's making plays despite the line failing him. Imagine what he could do if the line actually gave him room to breathe. And defensively, the mission is clear. Rattle Justin Herbert. Confident Herbert is a surgeon. But rattled Herbert? He's a completely different player. Get in his face. Hit him early, hit him often. Make him doubt what he's seeing. That's how you force mistakes. That's how you win. And there's one man who has to lead that charge, Max Crosby. He's heard all the noise. He knows people are hyping up Joe Alt, the Chargers' rookie tackle, as the next big thing. But Crosby isn't ready to pass the torch. He's still one of the most disruptive players in football, and Monday night is his chance to remind the world. But here's the kicker. This isn't just about X's and O's. This is about emotion. About history. About 20 years of waiting. Tomorrow night isn't just a game. It's a chance to shift the balance of power in the AFC West. A chance to announce that the Raiders aren't just along for the ride. They're here to take over, and for Raider Nation, that's what makes this moment so huge.